Hey guys, David here from Nintendo 3DSblog.com with a quick video about the Nintendo 3DS. And first up, I just want to point out that yes, I realized I did make a promise to make a video about Mario Kart 7. I have not done that, I have not started planning that, but I still want to do it. Basically, the plan is just to recap everything that was announced over the past week or so, put together like a little video preview, maybe share a few more thoughts of the game, which I never did from E3. And yeah, I will still do that, just maybe in a couple days. So fear not, that is still on its way. I am just a bit lazy. Very lazy. Anyway, as far as the 3DS news is concerned, Netflix has announced that their service will be available in the United Kingdom and Ireland in early 2012. Now, that doesn't mean it's definitely coming to the 3DS in those regions at that time, but given that the service is expanding to those areas, I imagine that will be the case. We're not too sure about pricing or what content will be available in those regions, but it's coming. That's good. Although Netflix recently announced they've lost like 800,000 subscribers, they're doing pretty bad business-wise at the moment. But either way, I still think it's a cool service. I haven't actually ever used it, but to me it seems like a good deal even after the price changes. So it's cool that it's still expanding worldwide and hopefully comes to Australia and other regions at some point. Which I imagine it will, just not yet. We also have the first look at the Pinball Arcade, which is a game coming to the 3DS in early 2012. It's exactly what you expect it to be. It's a pinball game, there's a trailer for it. It's coming to all major platforms including the 3DS. And looks alright. To be honest, there's a bunch of pinball games coming to the 3DS. I'm not really sure which one is the best. I've never really played a whole lot of pinball games, but if you happen to be interested in them, you might want to check this one out. But a game that is a lot more interesting to a lot more people is Super Mario 3D Land, which is coming out very, very, very soon, and Edge Magazine have reviewed it, giving it an 8 out of 10. Keep in mind, Edge Magazine are sort of known for being pretty harsh when it comes to Nintendo, so that is actually a pretty awesome score. That said, they gave Skyward Sword 10 out of 10, so obviously they don't hate Nintendo that much. But I'm pretty sure everyone knew the game was going to be pretty awesome. They obviously liked it. You'll probably like it. Probably worth picking up. And as you can see behind me, there are a bunch of new Japanese commercials for the game that you can check out if you want. Not really useful for any reason, but you might want to watch them. Maybe just to pass the time until the game is available, like I said, which is very, very, very soon. The exact date has slipped my mind, and I feel bad for that. But let's move on. That's the moving on motion. So we've got Hurrah Fist, we've got Rage Fist, see, the shaking movement, and now moving on, which is a lot more traditional, I guess, but just adding to my repertoire. And if you don't watch every single video, all that means nothing. But if you do watch every single video, I love you, and thank you. We have also received the confirmation that the Lavender Pink 3DS is coming to Australia and New Zealand. This is exactly the same as the Misty Pink 3DS in Japan at the moment, and yeah, it was pretty much expected. We still don't know if it's coming to North America or Europe just yet, but I'm pretty positive it will, and I'm pretty sure we'll get announcements pretty soon. And I said the word pretty 3 times that sentence. That is a new record. Check that box. But yep, if you like really, really ugly colours, you can get that 3DS. And no, I don't hate it just because it's pink. I just think the 3DS itself in that colour looks pretty horrid. But maybe you think differently, and if that's the case, then you make me sick. And last up is a story that happened a couple days ago. I didn't mention it because I just wanted to wait to see if it was true, and it seems to be legitimate, and it basically suggests that Monster Hunter Tri-G will be localised at some point next year. But basically what has happened is official Nintendo magazine has put a feature article in their magazine in the latest issue about the game, and they've listed it to be coming out in autumn 2012. But the thing is, the game is actually coming out in Japan this year, meaning autumn 2012 has to refer to a different region, which would therefore suggest that the game is coming out in other regions, which is definitely awesome. Of course, just don't get too excited just yet. Capcom has not specifically announced this to be the case. It just happens to be in this magazine, which is a fairly reputable magazine, so it should be real. But I can't really confirm it yet. It seems like it will be happening though, and that is pretty cool. And for some reason I started to speak like a robot. Oh, and thank you to Benster247 for sending in that scan I just showed you from that magazine. Much appreciated. But that is all the Nintendo 3DS news for now. Make sure you check out the blog, check out all the links to the stories in the description below. And that is it, so I will talk to you later.